How do I become an ambassador of heaven or a minister of Christ? Well, as a Christian, it is your baptismal record. It's your baptism, but you want to have a record of it. Now, what if I'm not Christian, Andrew? What if I'm Jewish? Well, or Muslim? I would look into your local synagogue or mosque authority. Luckily, with these Abrahamic religions, there is quite a tight-knit community. So there are authorities to which you can look into if you don't already know, right? Well, what if I'm not of the Abrahamic religion, Andrew? What if I had a home baptism and I'm Christian? You know, what we do is an affidavit of fact or truth of the real thing that took place, and we swear it before a notary, or we affirm it, before a notary. What if I'm of another religion, though? What if I'm pagan? What if I'm Norse? Well, could you not do an affidavit of truth or fact that you are indeed an ambassador of Asgard, or you are a minister of Loki? You know, what if I'm Buddhist? What if I'm Hindu? What if I'm pagan of any other kind? What if I'm a druid? Can I not be a minister of whatever god I serve? Is that not the same thing? Would that not be the same process of creating an affidavit of truth or fact of that? And what if I'm Luciferian? Well, fun little thing about Andrew, he did study Aleister Crowley, and he learned that do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, and that was something that I thought was true, and I turned away from that, and I turned towards Yahushua HaMashiach, the Messiah. It is my obligation and joy to present Yahushua HaMashiach as the straight and narrow path towards salvation and towards life, the doctrine of life. Although there is some wonderful things to be had and said about the Luciferian sort of pursuit of self-mastery, I found that a lot of the time it came at the expense of others. There was much loss, injury, and harm being performed to self-mastery. You know, I studied the Hermetic principles. I've got a great and profound respect for the Rosicrucians. But I also studied La Santa Muerta, and there are very interesting things to be said about many different religions. My point is, I'm not saying that America is exclusive to Christianity, but I am saying that it is based off of the Abrahamic religions, specifically Christianity and the Bible, biblical law, okay? But others don't need to be left out. They can also assert that they are ministers of the God they serve. I would just hope that they're not causing loss, injury, and harm to their fellow Americans in the process. But everything I've mentioned is accessible to anybody. What if I'm atheist? What if I don't have a religion, right? Well, are you not a minister of logic and reason? Would that not stand to be true? Or, another thing is the current state of all governments or nations is a corporation, which is a legal fiction. So my assertion is that we're all creators, and maybe you're a comedy writer. Can you come up with a fiction? Well, perfect. Then you're an ambassador of that place. I've got a friend who is an ambassador of a nation that was created called Pickletaria. So he's an ambassador of Pickletaria, and he's trolling the system, but he's doing it the same way that they've been trolling us the whole time too. So he said, hey, if they're going to be playing in the world of fiction, well, so am I, baby. And I think that is entertaining, fun. I mean, if they're going to be a mockery of my father's house, go ahead. That's what I think. And have fun with it. And again, if we're not causing loss, injury, or harm to others, I see no reason why we can't be ambassadors of certain fiction here, or whatever place that we hold dear. And we can be ministers of whatever we hold dear. It is, again, though, my joy to present the straight and narrow path that is Jesus Christ, Christ Jesus. And I would like to allow that to be something that rings through to anybody who is a little bit lost and would like any kind of direction. Yahushua HaMashiach tried and tested many different religions during my discovery phase, right? I am now of sound mind and very grateful for the straight and narrow path that I found in Yahushua HaMashiach, Christ Jesus. Now, you might be wondering what this is. This is a award that I won for being a Community Builder of the Year. I was unanimously voted this by the faculty and staff as a resident assistant at the Minnesota State University Moorhead College, where I was going to school to become a science teacher. Found out that I couldn't teach the truth in classrooms, so now I do it here. Okay? So one thing I wanted to mention why I even have this trophy is because I recognize that it is through diversity that the world has its strength, that this nation has its strength. Yes, it is a corporate legal fiction at the moment. We do have the opportunity to exercise our rights and make America something to be proud of, but not prideful in. And we can be ambassadors of our chosen thing. We can be ministers of our chosen thing, and that is upheld by the Constitution. All right, and so it is through diversity that we should be celebrating everything. However, if you are feeling lost, I offer Christ Jesus as something that can help you. And this is the foundation of our law as a Western society in the first place. So we don't need to fall and slip into the misleading tactics of the global elite that want a one-world government. How much diversity you think will be involved in that? Anyhow, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great and wonderful evening, or whatever time of day it is for you. All right? And may the Most High's blessing be upon you and be upon thee. Okay? Have a great day.